Hi, and welcome to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast with everyone's favorite OBGYN, Dr. Angela Jones. Have you ever been too embarrassed or shy to ask your own doctor about your, girl parts? Well, you've come to the right place to get straight answers. Feel free to ask Dr. Angela anything women's health related. Obstetrics and gynecology? She keeps it real. Pregnancy? She's been there, done that. Menopause? She'll get you through. Young or old, Dr. Angela's got you covered, girl. Now here's Dr. Angela.
What's good, people? This is Dr. Angela, everyone's favorite OBGYN, and I would like to officially welcome you to episode 308 of the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. So what's everyone doing during this pandemic? I mean, being at home, I think we're probably doing a lot of the same things. I always, when I see my patients in the office these days, I say to them, okay, this is like the world's dumbest question. What are you doing this weekend? And it's like, I know what you're doing this weekend. You're probably doing the same stuff that I'm doing. Reading a book, binge watching TV, catching up on movies, series, etc. I've been doing a ton of cooking, which I love, experimenting a lot in the kitchen. I had a bake-off with my daughter last weekend, and you can check out the end result on IG, Instagram, Ask Dr. Angela Instagram page. We posted pictures, and my daughter loves to bake, to cook, etc. And it was a lot of fun. She actually went with Martha Stewart's recipe for lemon cake, and then she made a chocolate buttercream frosting, which she put as a filling. It was a layered cake. And then she did fondant work and decorations. It was really quite fabulous. I went with a classic carrot cake. I'm old school, simple, less is sometimes more. So I went with my mama's carrot cake recipe, and then I made a cream cheese icing, and it was fantastic. So we had a, cake wars, and all I'm going to say is that my cake was gone first. Having said that, most people gave Francesca the W or the win because of, the artistic element. But that's neither here nor there. So between baking, cooking, reading books, I'm still exercising. I've been playing more guitar. I would love to hear what you all are doing in your lockdown time. Please, please, please let me know. Email me, hit me up on social media, IG, Facebook, Twitter. I want to hear from you. So today's question actually comes from, email. I'm going to call her Z, and the subject is vaginal discharge. I obviously see a lot of vaginal discharge. It's like something that I see on a daily, pretty regular basis. So Z says to me, "Hey, Dr. Angela, I have been experiencing really uncomfortable discharge for about a month, and it's really upsetting me. First, I experienced a vaginal discharge, and then along with that, I noticed that my vaginal lips had accumulated a thin white layer. I also noticed some discharge around my clitoral hood. Is this normal? How do I treat this? I am only 17 years old, and I haven't been exposed to anything yet. Please help." Thank you, Z, for, submitting this. First of all, kudos to you for looking at your own vagina. We as women, we have vaginas, we have vulva, and we're afraid to look, touch, etc. So good for you, first of all. This is my general rule of thumb with regards to vaginal discharge. As long as it doesn't itch, burn, or smell bad, it's probably normal. However, you said that you're experiencing really uncomfortable discharge. The fact that you said it's uncomfortable raises a flag for me. Because it's uncomfortable for you, I would say that probably you need to take a trip to your friendly OBGYN to have it evaluated. With regards to the second piece of your question, that you noticed that your vagina lips, which are your vulva, had accumulated a thin white layer, and you also noticed some discharge from your clitoral hood, and is that normal? In response to that, it probably is normal. It's probably something that is commonly referred to as smegma, S-M-E-G as in girl, M as in Mary, A as in apple. And what that is it's just an accumulation of oils, skin cells, and moisture like sweat. I'm not sure what your vulva looks like. And what I mean by that is whether you're someone that prefers a more natural look or if you're someone that goes bare, as in B-A-R-E, down there. But anyway, typically in our vulvar area, in vaginal area, it's a region that has, certain glands called sebaceous glands. And these glands can secrete, sweat, moisture. And this can sometimes, build up and, give you kind of that white, filmy appearance on your vulva, around your clitoral hood, etc. Really, it's normal to have some of this. And this speaks to hygiene. So this is my other point. It is normal to see some of this, but with regards to taking care of it, just, gently, wash your vulva really well. That involves separating the lips, washing around between, above, below with a gentle cleanser. I'm a huge fan of, non-scented, non-perfumed soaps. Dove and Ivory come to mind, because less is more. You don't want to use things that could possibly serve as irritants. So you just want to make sure that you wash very well and gently. The vagina and the vulva are very sensitive. The tissue and skin there is very thin, so you don't want to, go scrub crazy. You might injure yourself, literally. So I would just use a soft washcloth, get it nice and soapy with a mild soap, and just gently clean around and in between the folds, get up into your clitoral hood, wash, the creases of your labia, both major and minor, and that should really do the trick. And the other thing is I want to say good for you for being 17-year-olds and not being exposed to anything yet. That made me smile. Just, keep up the good work, keep being in tune with your body, and, keep asking questions and not being embarrassed. Good for you, Z. Thank you so much for submitting this question. Hopefully this has enlightened not only you, but some others that I'm sure have been wondering the same thing or have at least at some point in their life thought the same thing. So that's, the answer to that question for this particular episode. Thank you all so much for continuing to tune in, continuing to support. I appreciate all the love that I get on social media, all the emails, the direct messages, etc. Please, if you are new to the podcast, please follow along. You can visit me at www.askdrangela.com. That's AskDrangela.com. There you can sign up for my weekly blog post, my YouTube channel, my podcast. You can also follow me on my social media channels. That's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And there you have it. So in closing, I'm going to leave you with a quote from my Congratulations Graduate book. And this is what it says today. There are dreamers and there are planners. The planners make their dreams come true. So here's to making your dreams come true. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's podcast. Until next time, choose happiness. Looking forward to reconnecting on episode 309 of the Ask Dr. Angela podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. For more information on women's health and the show notes for this episode, please visit Dr. Angela at www.askdrangela.com. While you're there, don't forget to leave your own message for Dr. Angela. See you soon! All of the information provided and discussed in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and should not take the place of consulting a physician. This podcast is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease or illness and does not and should not replace treatment from a medical professional.